Is the function f continuous at x equals 1, where f of x is the hybrid function negative x plus 3 for x is an element of negative infinity to 1, so that's the blue graph, and the square root of x take 1 plus 4 for x is an element of 1 included to infinity, so that's the green graph. For a function to be continuous at a point, we know that the left and right limits as we approach that point must be equal. So we need to look at approaching x from the right and from the left. So if we first consider approaching x equals 1 from the left, then we're going to be going along this blue curve. So from the left, we can write this mathematically as the limit as x approaches 1 with a little negative sign up here to indicate it's the left limit. And from the left, we're going to be approaching along the rule minus x plus 3. And evaluating that by substituting 1 in will give us minus 1 plus 3, which equals 2. And that's this y value of the endpoint that's on our graph. Next, we need to consider the limit as we approach x equals 1 from the right. Mathematically, we write this as the limit as x approaches 1 from the positive direction, which is coming this way along our graph. And over that part, we have the rule x subtract 1 plus 4. And if we evaluate that by substituting 1 inside, we're going to have the square root of 1 subtract 1, which gives the square root of 0 plus 4, which is simply equal to 4. So we can see that the limits from the left-hand side and the right-hand side are not the same, and the y value of 2 and the y value of 4 over on this graph have already shown us that graphically. So as the limit as x approaches 1 from the left-hand side of the function f of x does not equal the limit as x approaches 1 from the right-hand side of the function f of x is not continuous at the point x equals 1. Another informal way of thinking about that is that we cannot draw this particular function without lifting our pen off the piece of paper, and that's because of the discontinuity that exists between 1, 2 and 1, 4. That is, there's a jump between the parts of the graph.